Hi everyone, Melissa here. In today's video, I want to talk about manifesting multiple things at the same time. I had a client reach out this week with some awesome movement in a bunch of areas in her life, and I thought this would be a good topic to cover in a video. So if that's something you're interested in knowing more about, or you've been questioning whether or not you can do it, I think this video will really help you. And also, I just want to let you guys know we're still giving away a free course. You can find the link for that in the description of this video. It's called How to Find Your Blocks to Manifest Anything Fast. So check that out. Okay, so the first big question I hear a lot is, can I manifest more than one thing at the same time? Or should I only focus on one area of my life? You know, like if you have a few different big goals that you would like to manifest, things you consider big, is it okay to focus on more than one of those at the same time? Is it going to mess something up if you shift your attention from one to the other? Is it possible to manifest multiple things at once? And the answer is always absolutely. You can manifest more than one thing at a time. You're doing it all the time anyways. You have been doing it your whole life anyways. Now you're just aware of it. So you can direct your attention in a more targeted way. Okay. So you're directing your experience with your assumptions. Now you know you're doing that. So now we're going to use it to target those specific desires, and those manifestations can flood in all at the same time, constantly ongoing. Okay. So yes, you can absolutely manifest more than one thing at once, and it's not hard. And you're really good at it already. So let's talk about this. So the first thing you want to do is figure out what you want. So if there's lots of areas of your life that you're not happy with or you want to see changes with, I would suggest just getting out a piece of paper and just writing out, you know, what are the areas that I really want to work on? What are the areas in my life that I want to see changes in? So maybe it's money or love or relationships with friends or relationships with family or health or physical changes with your body and appearance, or traveling, the type of lifestyle you're living. You know, the sky's the limit. Any part of your life, you're always manifesting what you believe is true. So really do a check-in with yourself and see, like, what are some areas I want to see some awesome changes in. Once you know those areas, it's helpful if you don't already have a good mental diet going on about what you're trying to manifest. It's really helpful to just do a little scripting exercise. And it doesn't have to be a long thing, and you don't have to do this every time you want to manifest something. But if you're really trying to go for some things you feel like are big goals, this will help you get clear on exactly what you want. So write a couple sentences about your dream money situation. You know, your ideal money scenario was true right now. What does that look like? And you want to write it to yourself in the present tense, because what we're going to do is, after you're done writing those few sentences, you're going to use those to create an affirmation or two. And that's what you're going to use in your mental diet to manifest this new beautiful change in this area of your life. Okay. So do that for money, for health, for SP, for love, for whatever it is you're working on. Okay. So then once you have those few sentences, pick out a couple and have those affirmations handy so you can repeat them to yourself in your mind anytime you think about that area of your life. Okay. Anytime any thought about any one of those areas comes up, you go to those affirmations that you pulled out of that little scripting exercise. And you know what? If you don't want to do a scripting exercise, you can also just be like, okay, here's my money story. I'm broke. So what do I want? I want to be rich. So my new affirmation for my money story is going to be, I'm incredibly wealthy. I always have tons of money. I have so much money, I can't even spend it fast enough. Okay, boom, there's 3 affirmations. You got a new money story. So basically, the idea is you just want to look at the areas of your life that you want to change, figure out exactly what you want to change about them, what would be your ideal scenario if they were perfect in your eyes, and then you just start affirming for that. Anytime you think about that area of your life, or anytime a circumstance pops up that triggers you in that area, Because if you're getting triggered, that means you're still telling yourself the unwanted story about it. You're still identifying with the unwanted truth that you're trying to change. So anytime you think about your desire, anytime you get triggered, anytime you catch yourself, like, let's say if it's money, you're like out shopping and you see something and you're like, oh, I better buy the generic version because I can't afford this one, or oh, I really want that, but it's not in my budget now. Oop, stop. Then you redirect to your new story. Okay. So, and here's the beautiful part about all of this is you're doing it all the time anyways. You are affirming internally all day long. You just aren't always affirming for what you want, which is why things show up in your life that are wanted and not wanted, that are good and bad, that are hot and cold, because you're not directing your assumptions consciously in those areas yet. But you can be, and it's really easy to change, and you can start right now. Every moment is a new moment. Every moment is the present moment, and you can change things so quickly. It does not have to take a long time. So I want to talk about this client because we've been working on a bunch of different areas of her life, and she had so many awesome things happen just in a couple of days in a bunch of different areas. So I thought it would be fun to share. So she said, let's see here. Okay, so she had changes in her, she had movement with her finances. She was really struggling with money and feeling overwhelmed with debt and bills. And just a few days ago, she received some help to pay a really large electricity bill and her rent for the month. And then she also had money come into her, so she was able to pay other things and her water bill. So that all happened after she started changing her money story, which was, people love giving me money. I'm constantly receiving money. I always have enough to pay my bills. I'm wealthy. I have thousands. She really started to pay attention to her thoughts about money and go to that new story. At the same time, she was also trying to heal a skin condition. She had an irritation on her skin that wasn't going away. And so we worked on a couple of assumptions about that. My skin is always healthy. My skin is beautiful and clear and smooth and radiant and glowing. And my body is in perfect health. I love how clear my skin is. Okay. And so she cleared up a skin irritation also. And then she also was working on some stuff with her specific person, with her partner, and wanting him to show up better. So we had some affirmations about how he feels about her, how he talks to her, the way he is. And at the same time, she was also affirming for weight loss and just the shape of her body, and that her face was looking thinner. And her partner told her out of the blue that her face had become thinner. And he never, mentioned her physical appearance. He hadn't been lately, and never really complimented her. So that was a huge win. So see, that's 4 areas of her life that she saw movement in just in a day or two because she started shifting her story. So don't get stressed out if you're like, oh my gosh, I have all these new stories. I have to start telling myself about all these things. I have to remember to tell my new story. Just pay attention to your thoughts as much as you can. And when you notice you're thinking about your desire in a bad way, in a way contrary to what you want, you're identifying with current circumstances, it's making you feel bad, that's when you know, oops, I got to start telling these new affirmations. And then, of course, you can also repeat them anytime throughout the day when you think about it, if you're bored, if you just want something, a little fun exercise. Because the other cool part about this is it's really fun to affirm for what you want, because it's like daydreaming. It's like, it's fun imagining that you already have this beautiful, perfect life. And that's the way you get it to show up. So have fun with it while you're consciously creating this experience. Don't make it feel like work, because that takes the fun out of it. And that can also, you can give yourself some unnecessary limitations if you're forcing yourself to, read all these affirmations all day long. Okay. So I just recommend giving yourself 1 or 2 affirmations for each quote, big or small goal you're trying to manifest. Nothing is big or small. You know, it's the meaning that you give it. So give yourself a couple affirmations for each one and say them as much as you can throughout the day, and especially when you notice yourself thinking about that area of your life. And you will see changes so quickly. You know, manifesting does not have to take a long time. It's just how fast can you convince your mind of the new truth about it, of your new wanted truth about it. That's it. That's the only thing that prevents you from your story now to your new wanted story. Okay. That's the only thing that prevents you from your unwanted circumstances now shifting into wanted circumstances. Okay. So just pay attention to your thoughts and redirect them to match what you want when you notice that you're falling off track. Okay. And be gentle with yourself. Don't beat yourself up if you have a bad day, if you get emotional, if you get triggered, if circumstances feel overwhelming. You know, try not to dwell in that bad feeling state for too long, because it just doesn't feel good and it's not fun. And then start getting back on that new story, because those affirmations are going to help you start feeling better. You know, when you think better thoughts, that creates better feelings. And all of that just equals you getting your manifestation. You don't have to feel good all the time to manifest, but your feelings do come from your thoughts. So when you have better thoughts, you get better feelings. Okay, so I think that covers everything I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope that this video helped you. I intend it gave you an aha moment about how to manifest multiple things at once. It can be super easy. It is super easy. You know, just decide you're incredibly good at manifesting everything you want all the time. Okay, so if you guys have any suggestions for other videos you would like to see, please put that in the comments, because I love to know about that and give you guys what you want to see. And I am available for one-on-one coaching. I also have some awesome courses. You can find the link for that in the description of this video. And I will see you in the next one.